welcome to In Spiritual Journey. So we are past the halfway mark through January, so we're good into 2023 now. So hopefully you're adjusting well. Hopefully it's been a good year so far. A lot of times our thoughts and what we think of brings our reality. So hopefully you're keeping positive thoughts and at peace and motivated to get that whatever you want in life. So I hope so. So this message is going to be for Aries. So welcome, Aries. And we're going to see today what is our energy, and then we're going to see some strengths that is helping us along, as well as some weaknesses, and what we could be maybe tweaking a little bit, as well as then we're going to get into some support that we have around us, as well as challenges, and then we're going to close it off with some angels, God, and goddesses, and some archangel cards for the last message. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and get into your energy currently. Okay, Aries, let's see what your energy is currently, and then we'll move from there, and so we'll get your other cards. So let's see, Aries energy. Aries energy. Please take what resonates. This is a general reading, and thank you so much for the support. If you already have subscribed, I appreciate it greatly, and if not, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing, and of course hit that little notification button. Okay, so far we have the Six of Coins with the Page of Cups on the bottom. Let's see what else we have coming up. Six of Coins is the Six of Pentacles. We have the World, the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and one more. Let me pull these over a little bit. Okay. The Fool, and the Three of Swords. Okay, and then on the bottom we have the King of Swords. So, standing in your logical mind, your truth, seeing things clearly. With the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles, there could be, you're balancing things out. It could be something might be still off a little bit, but you are trying to balance that energy out, okay? Wherever there's a lack or a need, you are more focused on the things you do have, the support, so you can balance out that energy, as well as the World. So completing something that was off balance, you could be leaving behind or completing, letting it go. The Five of Swords is conflict. So I feel like there could be some conflict within you still, or there could be conflict around you. And that is what I deeply feel that you are trying to let go of, complete with this World card and that Six of Coins. And then the Page of Swords is setting our intentions on what's really truthful. So leaving behind things that you feel that is confliction within you, people that are conflicting in your life, and you're setting your intentions to move towards something that's more truthful for who you really are. As well as this Fool is starting a new adventure, maybe taking a risk, trying something new. And again, the Three of Swords is this energy of heartbreak, pain. So I feel like there's some kind of pain, heartbreak, people that have betrayed you, that are always causing conflict. You're leaving that behind. And like I said, you're going towards more truth with this logical mind, trying to balance things out and complete things. Let it go. All right? Once and for all, letting it go. So that's what I feel so far with your energy here is moving forward in this new year with leaving things behind that don't serve you, that's just causing you some conflict and chaos. And we're going to go ahead and see what your strength is, okay? What is the strength within you that's helping you? Oh my gosh, well, we have the Goddess. The Goddess, right? So the Goddess is standing in our grace, powerful, confident, and here it says the light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So this embodies wisdom, and guidance. It is, physical grace, and sensuality. So I feel like this is where your strength is. When you stand in your confidence and you know who you are and you radiate that out to the world, this is where your true strength is. That's where you are attracting things in that are more aligned with you. You're building a rapport with like-minded people or people that appreciate you. You're really resonating that light and confidence, knowing who you really are, deep from within. So, and you're positive about that. So I love that energy. And then we have with these archangel types, oh my gosh, we have the Queen. Talk about a powerful embodiment, right? So we have the Goddess and the Queen. So when you know your worth and you're confident of that, and you know your inner strength and what you stand for, This is where your strength is. So, you know, staying in that energy. That is where your strength is here. All right? Knowing that you bring your own happiness, that you have all the inner strength within and that confidence within that you radiate out into the world to attract what you want, right? And instead of seeing these challenges as blocks and keeping you from something you want, you're using them as stepping stones to raise higher. So I love that energy for you. All right, so now we are going to get let's go ahead and I'm trying to think if I want to do tarot on this. Yeah, let's get some tarot on the goddess and the queen. But that's lovely energy, great strength to have. So standing confident, knowing your worth, respecting yourself, taking care of yourself, all that energy. Knowing that you bring your own happiness, and see what this does when you're standing that. You let go of all those disappointments. You leave those behind you. You just know that, you know, it's part of life. They're challenges, but that makes you stronger. And this is stepping away from people that don't honor that, don't respect that want to put you down, that want to cause chaos and conflict. So very good energy there. And then we have Hierophant, yeah. Trusting in your belief system, your integrity, what you stand for. And then we have the Eight of Wands, and taking action towards what you are passionate about. Not letting anybody stop you, not letting challenges stop you, none of that. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, you could be, you know, maybe a little guarded. This could be, you know, holding things in because of that. But this is your strength. So if you ever start feeling like you need to hold things in or isolate, you know, sometimes that's good energy, but just be careful that you're not too guarded here, holding back too much, or like in that stingy energy, because this could become a defense mechanism, you know, like where you're blocking your energy off or closing your heart. But I feel like this is actually, for you with this strength, is now you set healthy boundaries. You're not going to let anybody disrespect you. You're going to walk away from that. So I love that energy. And then look at that, the Queen of Cups, somebody that's very compassionate, another queen, a queen that rocks here. So this is somebody that's very compassionate, trusts their intuition, open-hearted, kind, loving of themselves, all those things. So that is very nice energy. So, yeah, I see where those cards came in from the beginning, where you're letting go of conflict. You're not going to sit and argue with people. You already know who you are. You're confident, and you just move away from it. So I love that energy. You're closing that off. No more disrespect. No more arguing, petty stuff, all that. You're not going for that. So now we're going to go ahead and get into your weakness. Let's see what's creating a little weakness in your energy. So we have the Seeker. Okay. So the Seeker is always on a mission to look for something. So the shadow attribute here, it says an inability to commit to a path once found. So I feel like this could be scattered energy, not staying focused, but I feel like bottom line, Seekers are out looking for something. They're curious. They want to know what's going on. So I kind of feel like this might be when your weakness comes, when you start thinking like maybe there's something more you need, or what other people think of you energy, where you're out seeking like, oh, to be validated or something like that. When you get a little bit into that energy, which is more our ego, our fears, our self-worth gets a little shaky. So, and another thing, like I said, I feel is this is not staying focused on one path. Like you have that confidence, you're great, you're going after it, things are going well, and all of a sudden you start veering off, thinking, well, maybe it's not, like that impatience that Aries has. Maybe it's not going the way I want, so I'll just try over here. I'll try a different thing. And that's where your weakness is. So it's either seeking validation from others, or when people like do criticize you or say something, you take it to heart and start doubting, or this constantly changing impatience, you know, that energy. So let's see what's coming up with that. Oh, we have the Crone. So this Crone, the Crone is it's kind of like a difficult tolerating things that you feel is mundane. So I could see where that Seeker is. You get a little bored, restless, impatient, and you're off going into something else. So that's where you really need to stay focused here, Aries, because once you start like feeling like things are mundane, this could be a good thing. Like if there's people that aren't resonating with you, you might just say, you know, this isn't resonating with me. I'm going to move forward. But if you're skipping around a lot, switching energy, that's where it could be. So I feel like this energy is where you start getting bored, impatient, and you start looking other places, and then it takes you off your path and you get detoured. So I feel like that's the energy with that. So let's go ahead and get some tarot on these. So be cautious of that, Try to stay focused on one thing, like the end goal, Of course, challenges come up. We might get sidetracked or off path a little bit, but don't allow yourself to get like bored or start doubting yourself or get impatient and then start doing something else. Because I really feel like that's where your weakness is there, Aries. Aries are good at starting something, but then they can get easily, bored or like, and move off to something else. They flit around a lot. So be careful with that, okay? So let's see what's some tarot cards want to come up for you. So we have Justice, Ten of Cups, King of Cups, a lot of emotional energy here, and the King of Wands. Well, look, we had that Queen and Goddess. Now we have two Kings. Nice. And the Two of Wands. See, you're at a fork in the road here. You have two choices. So it's kind of like now, instead of keep splitting off on these two choices, you need to stick to one idea. Like if you have a great idea, you might not know exactly how to get there, but stay focused on that end goal. Don't keep fluttering off the path and choosing different things, back and forth because you have impatience or boredom, right? So the King of Cups and the King of Wands is, taking control of your emotions, anything that sets you off and you start getting an emotional nag or something like that and you're off to a different path, or something triggers you, as well as this King of Wands is like that Leo energy, and this is somebody that's very in control of, they're very passionate, they're very in control of going towards things that lights their fire. So, that's what that energy is. And Justice is, of course, Libra energy. This is, those balanced scales, staying balanced, not, back and forth, it stays steady, it stays stable. It also could be karma. So things that are coming up from like your karmic standpoint, like things that maybe in your past, that might set you off a little too, to keep veering off. You might be reminded of something that was painful and then you flip off to something else. Just be very careful because there could be some kind of karmic energy here, as well as from past lives and stuff like that. And the Ten of Cups is your happiness, your peace, especially emotional happiness. So this is something I feel is like the weakness for you is like every time, like you'll get in a good confident way with that strength energy, feeling confident, feeling that inner willpower, very strong, that pioneer and warrior that you are, and all of a sudden you'll start getting bored or mundane or restless, or something will come in and trigger you and you'll veer off a different path. So that seems to be the energy here. So this is, once you go on one path, try to see it through. Don't keep like making a shortcut beeline over there, right, Aries? So that could be your weakness, all right? You have to remain in that confident inner strength, determination, and stay on course. All right. So that's that one. All right. So now we are going to get something that supports you. Visionary, nice. Yeah, so something that supports you is like your intuition, maybe your psychic abilities, things like that. And the light attribute says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So I feel like you have a very huge insight. You can see things that maybe other people don't see. You see things and look outside of the box. You're open to opinions. But you are strong with your opinions, but you are willing to listen to other people's opinions if it's going to give you an advantage here. So you're not like closed completely off. And I feel like a lot of you are very intuitive, and some of you are psychic. You might even be psychic and not realize it, but there's some energy there where you can pick up. You could be an empath or a starseed or whatever, and you can pick up on energies as well. So this is supporting you, and you have to be remain in that confidence of that goddess and queen to stay in tune with this, because once you start like seeking and looking all over and doubting yourself, that's where it like closes off, and you want to pay attention to that. Pay attention to your dreams as well. All right, so that's that visionary energy. And then we have the Maiden. Oh, okay. So the Maiden, interesting enough, the Crone is like there's a trifecta. The Crone is the end, and the Maiden is actually the beginning. So with this, in your weaknesses, the Crone being that last trifecta of the three, I feel like that weakness is losing some of your innocence, your wonder of the world, your magic. So this energy here being in your support is, you know, having that, you know, energy and lightheartedness and that innocence of seeing the beauty in the world, you know, not letting things jade you too much, you know, because when it does, it might close off some of your visions. You might start being judgmental, judging yourself as well. So staying in that maiden energy where you are that innocent, pure soul, you know, seeing things from an open heart. So I love that energy too. So let's go ahead and get some tarot on that. All right, so what about this visionary and amazing? So I feel like some of your purity energy brings you a lot more of that, tapped into that intuition. You believe it more, because a lot of times when we're closed off, we get hardened by the world. We'll stop, you know, look at how it is with kids. Kids are supposed to be very intuitive. They can see spirits and things like that, but then the world switches the energy off. So not losing that, getting back to that, because you do have it. I feel like some of it might be, you know, maybe again, seeking validation. You don't want to feel like an outsider or something like that, or people think of you as strange or something like that. So having that purity and that innocence, seeing the beauty of things with an open heart. So now we have the Page of Wands. See, that's new beginnings and setting those intentions for our passion, what we're passionate about. So all the things that people might think is strange or you're silly, you know, still having that passion, like being passionate about the small things in the world, the beautiful things in the world. So now we have strength. So again, tapping into that inner strength. I feel like the universe and spirit are saying this purity and these visions you have and seeing things bigger than what other people see, or having that innocent heart, is your strength, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. And setting out on these intentions in this new beginning to go towards what you're passionate about, bringing passion to it. Okay, you could have a lot of gifts to help, like, you know, the environment, animals, things like that. You know, the Hierophant. This is about your traditions, your belief system. So that could be also a Taurus. So again, you have like this inner strength of your pure and beautiful heart about what you believe in. So I love that energy. So let's go ahead and see one more card here. Okay, now we have, oh my gosh, we have the Fool again. Yeah, so this is taking a risk, putting yourself out there, starting this new journey. Go after what your heart desires. I feel like a lot of it might have been stuffled down from just growing up as a kid, maybe your parents, your teachers, people hurting you and things like that. And you shouldn't hide that beautiful heart. You shouldn't lock it away. Okay. So that could be also why that Four of Pentacles was coming out. Maybe you keep a lot of that stuff to yourself and you need to share that with the world. Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles on the top, on the bottom. So this is that leading with stability. So I believe like your innocent heart and the way you view things in the world is beautiful, as well as that pure innocence that you do have. You know, you're the first of the zodiac signs. You're that baby. So that pure innocence is a beautiful thing. And it's really stable. And it stabilizes other people and grounds them, whether you know it or not. All right? So let's go ahead and get the thing that's challenging you. All right. So we have Storyteller. So I feel like right away, this is the stories you tell to yourself. It might have been things from you've heard, like, why are you being so sensitive, or things like that. And you kind of took it to heart to be like, I don't feel sensitive. And you've kind of blocked that off. So Storyteller, like maybe what people told you about yourself, then you start believing it, what you're telling yourself. But this says the shadow aspect, making up tales that harm others. I feel like it's harming you. You know, you're maybe putting on a front to other people, like, I'm not that. I'm this tough person, so they'll like you better, and then really they don't see your beautiful heart. So there's some kind of energy about storytelling. And then we have the Hunter. Yeah, see? Trying to be tougher than what you are. You know, yes, Aries are tough. They're strong. You know, they can get knocked down and wipe themselves up and go back out there. They're that warrior. But you do have a soft and innocent and pure heart, Aries. You know that. So I feel like this challenge for you is trying to put on a front and not show, because maybe you think that softness or that purity is vulnerable out there in the world, and you're trying to put on a tough front, but that's not who you really are. So I kind of feel like it's that kind of storytelling. So let's go ahead and get the last few tarot of that, you know, kind of like stuffing that sensitive, loving, pure heart of yours down. So it won't get, maybe it's because it won't get hurt as well. And you want to put on this tough front that, no, you can't get over on me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of energy. And you shouldn't hide that, you know? So let's go ahead and say, definitely put healthy boundaries up. But, you know, don't hide that. Because I feel like people have taken advantage of that before, Aries. And that's also why you could be, you know, putting on this front in a way for protection. So let's get a couple tarot cards. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. Yes, mastering those emotions again. The Moon. Oh, yeah, see? My gosh, yes. The Four of Swords. And the Five of Wands, yes. I feel like this is a Knight of Swords is on the bottom. So I feel like what this is with the storytelling, hidden things, fear of the unknown. I feel like the hidden things is kind of like you're hiding your true heart. You know, I like that, putting on that front, storytelling. But, you know, mastering your emotions, fear of the unknown, what's going to happen, how you're going to be perceived, competition with others. Maybe you've been in, like, people compete with you, a jealousy, envy thing, and they have squashed some things within you. And this is resting, recovering, rejuvenating. So I feel like, especially for you, those out there that are empaths as well, you know, retreating from the world, retreating from that because you're like, don't want to be hurt. You don't want your heart broken. Okay? Because it's devastating to you. So, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. So see, your strength is your confidence, your inner strength, that purity of your heart. And the weaknesses here are the stories you're telling yourself, to trying to hide that vulnerability that you have, as well as, you know, not staying focused and flitting all over the place, okay? And I feel like some of that flitting all over the place might be too, that if you stay in one place too long, you're going to get too close. It might get burned. So kind of that energy too. So now we're going to close this reading with these Archangel God Goddesses cards. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up. Let's start with this one. Aries, let's see. What is coming up for you? I hope I can pick these up. Some of these big ones are too big for my hands. All right, for Aries, closing message, please. Oh, well, that one wanted to come out. Oh, my gosh. We have Goddess of Strength. Yeah. Goddess and Strength. You had both of those in there. Yeah, so there we go. That's where it is. Your strength is in your inner strength, but also your vulnerability, that pure heart of yours. And it's a stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. Yeah. So I love that. And then on the bottom, we have Angel of Vision, those visions. And we have someone who's not revealing part of the story. Not revealing your story. Trust your feelings over what others say. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, if people are trying to put you down or make you feel small, or belittle you for having that pure heart or sensitivity or anything like that, it's a reflection of them. So don't take that to heart, okay? Don't stuff your beautiful heart and purity and inner strength and confidence down because of that, all right? And then we're going to get an Archangel card here. I think that's what they're called. Archangel Oracle, yes. Let's get one last one here. See what Archangel wants to come in with some wisdom for you, Aries, with a closing message. Life review. Archangel Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. One of the first tarot cards we come out was Six of Pentacles, that unbalanced energy. Yes, it's time to start living your beautiful, strong goddess life there, or God, or whatever you are. Like I said, men can be goddesses too. Actually, sometimes they rock it better, right? So this is life in review. You know, you don't want to get to the end of your life and think, man, I should have lived it the way I wanted to live it. You know, I shouldn't have held things back that I really felt in my heart. So Aries, this is your message. Vulnerability is beautiful. You are a goddess, a queen. So start living that, you know. Look at all the times you've held that back and what that's done to you. You know, it's put a little scar on your heart. So it's time to start living that. You know, vulnerability is a true strength. So it is beautiful to show your beautiful heart and be compassionate and love all of living things and and being that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. So that is your message, Aries. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped you, and I appreciate the support. Take care. Bye.